Hello and welcome to GBR. Final day racing with the guys from the MRC in the JGTC Infinity Series. As you can see, we are at Suzuka for round 2 of this series, and after 15 minutes of qualifying. Sorry, Kevin put it on pole. In the Group 2 NSX, I think there's about 7 Group 2s for this one. Fabuki in second place in the NSX. In third place we have Judge in the Lexus. In fourth place we have Manos in the NSX. In fifth place, and who was missing last week, is Midas in the NSX. In sixth place we have Gary in the NSX, and in seventh we have Phil in the NSX. So we've got 1 Lexus and 6 NSXs in the Group 2s, and who put it on pole for the Group 3s was P. Gibb in the NSX. In second place we have Midnight in an NSX. In third we have Brucey in an NSX. In fourth we have Infinity James in the NSX. In fifth we have Fat Pickles in the Supra. In what's this, 6th or 7th? Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6th place we have Mark in the NSX. In 7th we have Bazza in the Supra, and in 8th and not qualifying we have Golden Brownie in another NSX. So everyone using the same car as they did last week for round 1. So I'll just quickly make sure we are live and it's coming through nicely before I get going. Come on, YouTube. Not coming through live on my stream. It is coming through live. Okay. Cool. Lovely stuff. Right, sorry for that. Right, let's jump to the front and get these guys underway for an hour of racing round Suzuka in this multi-class series. 5 lights and away we go. Get that lag start there from Kevin off the line, but the Group 2's getting away nicely as we come down towards turn. Kevin gets ahead of Fabuki coming into turn 1. Judge there slipping into third place. Bit of lag there from Kevin. 4th place Manos, 5th place Midas, 6th Gary, 7th Phil. So they all get through nicely. P. Gibb there in first. Fat Pickles, he's absolutely launched it to get up to there. Let's have a look at how Pickles has done that. Just off the line, absolutely lightning, same as Bazza behind, so the Super lightning fast off the line there, down towards turn 1, goes up between Brucey there and Midnight. So Pickles into second place, Brucey third, Midnight 4th, Bazza up to 5th place, Mark in 6th. Infinity James has dropped a couple of spaces down to 7th. Golden Brownie there in 8th place. So I won't keep on Kevin too much with that juddering that he's got, it seems, around the corners. Because I know some people who get a bit motion sick watching that. But Lucy there keeping up with him through Degman 1 and Degman 2. That's dropped a little bit. Judges definitely there. Any little mistake from Luki and Judge will penalise him for that as they come through the hairpin now. Manos there keeping up with the top 3. Bit of a gap now down to 5th place between Manos and Midas. To There's 3 Greeks in this race. Gary and Phil keeping nice and tight behind Midas there as we come through Spoon onto the back straight now. Don't think there's going to be any moves as we come up towards 130. Oh no, there's not. So let's jump back to the Greek 3's P Gibb. Absolutely lightning start, and he's away from Brucey and Pickles. They're going side by side into 130. Oh, Brucey should have the line up the inside. Yes, he does. And now Midnight looks like he's going to have a try of attack on Fat Pickles as they're coming into the Casio triangle. Midnight can't get that move done. They're coming through there. So as you can see on the mini-map, top right, you can see the gap there between P Gibb in first and Brucey in second. So an absolutely lightning start was that. 2.2 seconds he gained in just the first lap alone. Just getting out in front and getting his head down is P Gibb. Mark there in, what's he in? 5th? Yeah, 5th. Basil there in 6th place. James in 7th. Golden in 8th. Look at the tyres for the Group 3s. We've got soft. Mediums for Pickles. Soft. Mediums for James and softs for Golden Brownie. Different livery this week for Golden. Kevin there, he's on the mediums. Kabuki's on the softs. So it's probably why Kabuki's keeping up with him, but obviously in that dirty air, just can't seem to close enough to get past. Judge on softs. Manos on mediums, goes out wide, gets it on to the green stuff. And that stuff is so slippery. As soon as you get on it, that is it, you are spinning. Is he going to get it down before the Group 2 car come? Looks like he's about to get it on track, and away he goes now. So he's lost a handful of positions there as Manos. Midas, he's on the mediums. Phil is on the softs and Gary's on the mediums. So a bit of a mixture of the Group 3s, Group 2s, sorry. Half on the softs, half on the mediums. Seeing which one works for the beginning of this race. Manos there. Ooh, looks like he's gone off again. Where is he? He's facing the wrong way. Just gets it off the track before P Gibb can come round. Brucey's having to go round the outside of him. He's got going again, so Manos not with the best second lap there. Hopefully in P4. He's now down in P9 overall. Got 2 places to Group 3s at the moment, but I'm sure over the hour he'll be able to get past these two and put a lap or 2 on them. Just unfortunate there for Manos. Brucey there. What was his lap time? 2 tenths off P Gibb, so he's not been able to match P Gibb for pace. Midnight up to 3rd place now. He's got past Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles drops to 4th. Mark there in 5th place. He's caught up to Pickles as well. Baz is now looking all over the rear end of Mark. Oh, that 5th place. Golden running. James there fighting for 7th place. Golden running just can't seem to get past at the moment. Probably using a lot more on soft tyres than he would like. Will he go for a move up the inside? Yes, he will, up the inside of the hairpin. Golden goes for the move. Oh, James, so now will that release Golden to catch up to the back of Buzzer. Up ahead, a couple of seconds between the two of them at the moment. But, Mark has definitely caught up to the rear end. Oh, and Mark's got onto what happened to Mark there. Did he just tap the grass on the left hand side? Let's have a look from that right hand side, sorry. Yes, just taps the green Astro or grass there. Just getting back on track. Luckily everyone had got past by the time I was getting back on track. That's unfortunate for Mark. Now he's just dirty tyres and just struggling to get it up. Facing forward is Mark, but now he's off and running. I know Mark has got a injury. So he's struggling to drive a little bit now, or at the moment anyway. Hopefully all well in the future mark. And a little bit better. Kevin there in first. Still got Fubuki right behind them, but these two have dropped Judge by, what is it, second and a half, 2 seconds now to Judge in third place. So clearly the NSX just showing just a little bit more grippy, a little bit more power than the Lexus of Judge there. Midas, he's just dropped off the rear end of Judge. And through the hairpin he goes. Phil there in fifth. Gary there in sixth. And two people together. The two T50 guys running around together. Manos, he's worked his way through. P. Gibb and Brucey now. He's in 7th place. And off and running, see if he can try and catch up to Gary and Phil. Will be quite a lot fast. He is about 18 seconds or so roughly behind at the moment. So it's going to be at least a stint, maybe 2 stints to catch up that gap. He gives them in first for the Group 3s. He's still pulling away from Brucey and by the lap times, so he's clearly got something under the hood of that NSX to make him go that little bit faster. At the moment, all just really likes this car on the track. Looking at that, he's pulled away from Fat Pickles after getting past him. Baz has now caught up to the rear end of Pickles. Golden Brownie's bridged that gap between James and Bazat now. So will Golden Brownie try for a move on Bazat when he gets the chance and move forward up to the Group 3's mark down. So he's got back up and going. He's had a decent lap this time around, but 1.3 off. So that's probably just been a little bit, still a bit of dirt on the tyres through the first sector that Mark had at the beginning of this lap. We'll see. There is rain expected for this race, so we will have to see when and if that does hit. It is due later on. He's already got his wipers going, ready for the rain to come. So not dropping off the rear end of Kevin too much, but Kevin's tyres are looking immaculate. Compared to Fubuki's, he's well over halfway on that front right, nearly halfway on the front left. So now his times will probably start to drop off with the less grip that he has got now. Judge, he's in the same state as well, but the medium seems to be the tyre to run on in the Group 2s, I would say. Seems to be fairly decent in pace and hardly wearing compared to the softs. Feel there, he's doing alright on his softs. Charlie there, he's on the mediums doing alright, the Manox on the mediums doing alright. So yeah, mediums doing alright for the Group 2s, but the softs, even for the Group 3s, the softs are showing a fair bit of wet already into probably nearly 10 minutes into the race. So there's a high tyre degradation track, and really starting to take effects now. But it looks like Brucey sort of tempt up that round, and it looks like he is closing in on P. Gibb for this lap. Gap does look a little bit closer. Midnight there, he's in third place. Just a little bit of a gap between him and Brucey. There's the tyre where it's fairly similar. Probably about half a lap's worth of wear difference between these guys at the moment. About halfway through the stint for the tyres, I think the fuel's going to be fine for them. Pickles, he's going for obviously a longer first stint. Golden Brownie's got past Bazza and got himself into 5th place. Bazza's gone out wide. Is he going to get back on track nicely? No, he's not. He's going to absolutely do a nice little 180. He's have to wait now for James, also in last seconds. Thank God for the ghosting. James clearly wants to see the insides of Bazza's car there as he went through him, but that's unlucky for Bazza. He's doing well, running in 5th place, 6th place. He's now got to do all that work again. You can see how much time he's dropped. Look at the mini map on the top right. That's where Golden Brownie is, he was just ahead of Buzzer. Now Buzzer's all the way back down here. So there's a good 15 seconds he lost there on that first corner. You can see that the Group 2s are only about a sector behind coming through the Group 3s now, so they are catching up fairly quickly. I do think that Kabuki will be pitting in fairly shortly, so we've got a 2 laps worth of tyre wear left before he's going to have to think about coming into the pit. I think the same is going to be for Judge as well. And Midas, that was a lap time of 52.4, sorry, and a 51.7, so 7 tenths taken out of Judge there from Midas the last lap round. So Midas using them medium tyres a little bit more now to try and catch up to Judge just ahead of him. 52.0 for Bill and 51.7, so these two still running around fairly closely, and Gary is actually catching up to Phil, so that's where the medium tyres, and that's the crossover period between the mediums and the softs. So will Gary get up and past Phil before Phil has to think about coming into the pit? We'll keep an eye on that. Someone is in the pit already. Let's have a look who it is. Brucey's come into the pit. He's had enough of them softs. Got full tank of fuel on, put the medium tyres on, and away Brucey goes now. And he's got to the back of the pack. Kabuki comes in this lap, so he didn't even think about going anymore. He's done, what, 7 laps and come in. Judge has done the same as well, so that's going to promote Midas up to 2nd place now. So the medium tyre is definitely working at the beginning of the race so far. Obviously everyone has to run 2 different compounds of tyres, and obviously if there's rain hits, then all the tyre balls are out of the question, and you don't have to run. If you just run the mediums and the rain hits, you don't have to run the softs at all. You just have to then obviously commit to the most appropriate tyre for the conditions you've got. Yeah, Phil just ahead of Gary now. Kabuki's come up just ahead of Manos, so Manos is a pit stop behind Kabuki at the moment. And there's Judge just coming through turn 1 as well now. So they both put on a full tank and new tyres. Let's see how far they can go into the race before the others have to pit. P-Give there, he's got about 40% of his tyres worn, pretty even all over. Midnight, a little bit more on the front right. It looks like he's been caught by Pickles there. That's lap 6, 2 minute 4.9. Pickles on the 2 minute 2.4, so 2.5 seconds caught up that lap from Pickles on Midnight, lap 6. He's not really been able to close that gap, but I think that's the tyre wear kicking in now for Golden Brownie, same as Midnight and P-Give. I think that's why Brucey came into the pit early. Maybe try and do a bit of the undercut. James there. He ran around on the medium, so he's the front NSX on the mediums. Obviously you've got Pickles the front Supra. He's on the softs. He's now been passed by Kevin. Just try and get out of the way there of Kevin coming through. I think with the lag that Kevin has got, I think might have just scared Bazza a little bit there. Going through Brucey, he's now on his first line lap. See what he can do on a fresh set of mediums. Now the track has started to rubber in a little bit compared to the beginning of the race. 16 minutes of racing, he's getting the blue flags now. That will probably be for Midas behind. Yes it is, so Midas now coming up to start going through the Group 3 cars. Probably get Brucey up towards Spoon. Let's see how he gets past is a battle on behind as well between Gary and Phil. So it looks like Gary's overtaken Phil now for third spot. Yes, he has. So Gary coming in with them tyres now. He's used a lot more fuel than Phil. And there goes Midas now starting into the Group 3 traffic. Got past him on straight down up to 130R. I can do it absolutely flat out. Group 3's and you've got to have a little slight lift, maybe a little tap of the brakes just to settle the car before you enter into 130R. Kevin now coming down the start finish straight out towards, looks like James up ahead. Midnight and Golden have pitted. So Brucey was just ahead of Midnight when he came into the pit. So, well, a couple of seconds between the two of them. But it looks like that undercut has worked wonders for Brucey so far. He's quite a bit of distance ahead of Midnight now. Midnight just running Phil to the edge of the track there. Just enough racing and Golden Brownie there for 3 second pit lane entry penalty. Unfortunate there for Golden Brownie. Just none of the pit stops obviously are all happening for both the classes. Kevin is that Kevin? That was Midas, sorry. Getting past Mark through Degnet 1 and 2. Probably would have waited coming up towards the hairpin to make that move. There's Kevin. I think Kevin is just behind Pickles now. Yeah, he's got ahead of, yeah, he has, because it's going between them two markers on the mini-map, so Kevin is coming up to overtake second place in the Group 3s. See where Gary is. He's coming up to, yeah, they were already through. A couple of the guys is Gary P. come into the pit now. He's had enough of them tyres and he is now changing probably to the medium, so everyone will just do a straight swap at the beginning. Just to use both tyre compounds, but Gary now coming up behind. I think that was, it is Brucey and Bazza. Waits patiently through the triangle and goes up the inside. They're going to go 3 wide coming down the start finish straight. Showing the cameraman didn't want to focus on the other two, but Phil's coming out of the pit. Where is Brucey? Brucey's got ahead of Phil, and then he's put Bazza in between the two of them as well now, so he's got to try and fight his way past Bazza before he can have a attack on Brucey, but Phil there just working his way through the field. Through the S's, nicely does there from Phil. You know, Phil's probably not got much of tyre life left as well. Runs it around the outside. I think that's the Dunlop curve there. Bazza, he's gonna not got much tyre left. I think he'll probably be in the end of this lap, maybe the next lap for Bazza. So if he can hold up P. Gibb, then Brucey's going to be singing his praises for this stint, because he's been able to break P. Gibb's toe. There he goes. Here comes Habuki now. He's going up through the field. Midnight there in 7th place. Golden Brownie's dropped off the back. Everyone through on this sector of the track. But Kevin there out in 1st place. Starting lap 12. He's got quite a comfortable lead over Midas. About 14 seconds or so. Who's that up ahead? It looked like Fat Pickles. Yes, it was. So Fat Pickles leading the race at the moment for the Group 3s. But he will have to pit at some point soon. Gary in 3rd, Phil in 4th. Late call there from the pit wall to Phil to come into the pit, so that's going to promote Kabuki up to 4th place now, as he's coming past Mark and Brucey. So Mark looks like he has been able to catch up to Brucey. I think Mark's still got to pit, so he gets through on Brucey there. Through turn 1. Manos there in 5th place. He's now going to come through this tight pack of 4 Group 3 cars. Through the S's. Manos there waits for Bazza to take turn 2. Goes on the outside of turn 3. Now he's going to have to just have a little think of how he's going to go and get past Mark. No, sorry, P-Gib just up ahead of him now. And Judge is coming through the pack as well. As we speak, you just see there in the background, he's gone under the inside. Oh, who is that going slowly? That's Brucey. Where is Brucey? Oh, it's Brucey going so slow. You saw we're going to see the barrier. Through the S's, up through one, just on that curb. He didn't see barrier, he just went and made some sandcastles. He just had to let the throttle there just to not run into the back of Brucey through the exit of that long left-hander. But Brucey now with the perfect strategy of going the undercut. All undone through one corner. Bazza now, his fuel light is flashing. And so is Pickles. James, he's still got lots more fuel. And so has Mark, but Mark's not got much tyres, since the same as Bazza, yeah. So the P-Gib's better to use the fresher rubber to get his way past Bazza and mount up behind Mark. So will Mark be thinking of coming into the pit this time round? Got Judge ahead, but Judge should just be able to check out in front before they come round to the pit. And Judge had a 30-second penalty or so for the pits. Not been a 3 second, he pit a couple of laps back, so just a 1 second penalty. But, oh, it's all going on here. Midnight, he's been able to get past Bazza in towards the triangle, and now he's got Brucey right up ahead of him. Mark comes into the pit, the only one that time round. Bazza comes into the pit as well. Now he's got a pixel left on his front right, 2 pixels left on his front left, so running the tyres down to the wire for Bazza and Mark. I think yeah, James, he's got still a lot of tyres but not fuel, same as Pickles. So I think now all the... no, they haven't. Group 2s haven't all pitted yet, but Kevin leads out the way at the moment. Midas in 2nd place. Gary in 3rd. Still the 3 mediums still to pit at the front. Vicky there, he's gone from softs to mediums. Manos, he's going to have to still pit as well. I'm just going by the fuel and the tyre wear. Judge, he's pitted in and he's in 6th place. Phil has pitted and he's in 7th. He's coming up through past Midnight and Brucey. Pickles, he's going to be coming in this lap. He's not going to have enough fuel, I don't think, to go one more. And it looks very, very low on his fuel gauge. James, he's probably got another lap of fuel to go before he has to think about coming into the pit. P-Gib, I think he'll go into 1st place. We've got a spinner, we've got Brucey again. Oh, what has Brucey done this time round? He's just gone in a bit too hot. He's got onto the green stuff and just run it round. So unlucky for Brucey there. But gets it facing in the right way. He's got plenty of time to get it onto so I can get going and not get in the way of anyone. But who did I see come into the pit? Gary's come into the pit, so he's run out of fuel. Same as Pickles, he's gone in as well. So they're both starting on 8% fuel and been able to get to 25 minutes before having to come in. So it's really good going, but that was on the medium tyres. Don't think they're going to have the same luck on the softs. Seems to be wearing out too much at the moment. So James there, he's leading the way for the Group 3s. P-Gib in 2nd place. Midnight there in 3rd. Brucey there in 4th place. 2 laps that he'll want to forget, lap 10, 11 and 12. Lost about 18 seconds or so over them 2 laps. So he'd be well out in the lead at the moment. Pickles there, he's now just come out of the pit. Fresh set of tyres, full tank of fuel, car will be nice and heavy, and tyres will have no grip for half a lap whilst they warm up. So yeah, he's in 5th place. Golden Brownie in 6th place now. He's not too far behind Pickles, but Pickles has been able to stretch out that lead over, well not lead, but that gap between him and Golden when there was a pit stops before. Bazza in 14th place or 7th overall, just getting Kevin come past him, gets a hit from Kevin. Not what you want to be seeing when the car's coming past. Let's go back on board with Bazza as they're coming through the S's, through this final car. Yeah, the lag just sent him into the gravel. That is unfortunate there for Bazza. It's nothing that I don't think Kevin can do. It's just the internet from him is, or it was diabolical for this race. Seeing that the first race was smooth as a whistle. Second race not so much, but that's allowed Mark to get past Bazza now. As Bazza gets going again. He's not too far behind, probably only about 5 seconds or so behind Mark now, so Bazza can get his head down. He might be able to get up and have a look battle with Mark for 7th place. Amazed Kevin hasn't pitted yet, Midas hasn't pitted yet, and same as Manos, so the 3 Greeks are going as long as they can at the moment. Obviously they must be really short shifting. Where are they shifting? Yeah, halfway they're shifting, so they're really trying to eke out this fuel to make it last as long as possible. I think they're all about the same, they're all going to be coming in. I think this lap round, don't think they'll might really make it one more for Kevin. Might just have enough fuel in there for one more. I don't think Midas will have enough. Go one more lap, so that'll be him coming into the pit and see where he comes out in relation to the likes of Kabuki and Judge. No, he goes round again. I'll eat my words. So Kabuki, he's not too far behind. I think you lose about 25 to 30 seconds for the pit stop, so Kabuki is the whole of the start finish straight behind. Midas there in 2nd place, Judge there in 4th now. Having a pretty quiet race for Judge at the moment. So they've all gone through the Group 3s once. Obviously Kevin's going, I think he's going through them again. But yeah, he's going through, hitting Bazza off. So yeah, he's definitely going through them again. And Manos there, he's going around for another lap. So they're all going around for another lap. The long runners trying to make it through halfway, it looks like. Bill there in 6th place. He's been able to, I don't think Phil put much fuel in. Looking the difference between Phil and Gary, or was that just the tyre structures? Because Gary really, Phil's really run the softs, so he's gone for 2 sets of softs. So he's going to have to put the mediums on at some point. Is Phil? Or is that a tactic to put a short amount of fuel in to when the rain comes, you can have a lighter car or not as much fuel to put in. Who knows? Who knows what the weatherman will say. Kevin now has come into the pit. He has 5% fuel, obviously not enough to make another lap. And Gary's coming up to overtake P-Gib for the second time. So that's all the Group 2s past the Group 3s. I can't turn it up anymore, it's as much as you can go, Kev. That's just the volume on the headset, mate. Midnight there in second place, ahead of Brucey in third, Pickles there in fourth place. These top four are fairly close. Golden Brownie there in fifth place, just ahead of James. So James has done his pit stop. He's on his first flying lap as they're coming into the hairpin. But James will probably try and catch up to Golden fairly quickly because they are on different tyres. So from the beginning of the race, when Golden was all over the rear end of James and couldn't get past, James will probably be in the same situation this time round. Mark in seventh place. He's got who was that behind? I think it was Kevin behind, because we've got Kabuki in second place coming through, so yes it is, it's Kevin in first place, coming up to pass Mark. As they're coming up to Spoon, and that lag is awful. Bazza in 8th place, he's got his wiper on, waiting for that rain as well. Luffy, he's not too far behind Kevin, so this has closed up, seeing how long Kevin went on that first stint before he pitted. Luffy obviously already halfway through his second stint now, going by the fuel, just over, probably about a lap over his second stint, but it's on the exit of the triangle and then blasts it past Mark down the start finish straight. Mark's going to tuck in behind to get every little bit of slipstream that he can from the car in front. And Judge there in third place. So lap times. Yeah, Judge has just been struggling there. For a quarter of a second off from Kabuki in the last couple of laps around. I don't know if that's just the tyre wear. No, it's not the tyre wear, they're both pretty much exactly the same for tyre wear. Midas there in fourth place, he's not too far behind Judge. So this could potentially come into a little bit of a battle there for the last spot on the podium. And Midas going purple there through the first sector. So definitely using them substituent buttons. He only put half a tank of fuel in. What about Kevin? Kevin's done the same, and did Manos? Yes, Manos. So they're all doing the same strategy. The three Greek drivers. So that's been the strategy that they thought was the best. Bill going around, he's got, what's that, about 15% fuel left, so only a couple of laps left for Phil in 5th place. But Manos has been able to catch up and get past Gary. Obviously that would be the different strategies, because Manos hasn't put as much fuel in as Gary did. There was half a tank difference. That's a good 4 or 5 seconds probably in the pits. 2:19 to a 2:08 on the in-lap, so yeah, 10-second difference. And he was about 20 seconds behind, so yeah, Manos has been able to catch about 10 seconds on track, 10 seconds in the pits on Gary. To Group 3's P-Gib there in first place, flying away with this one at the moment. Thought that Brucey's undercut might have stumped in there, but a few little errors there from Brucey. He's took him down to third, but Midnight there in second place, going around nicely. I did get told by Scott what the anime was on the side of his car, but I cannot remember. It's something I'm not too into, so it kind of doesn't retain for me. Obviously, I swear it's a different livery from last week for Brucey. I think what you had running on your car last week. Pickles in 4th place in the Supra. He's doing fairly well in that one this week. Last week I think the Super really struggled on the chorus recoil. Okay, that's what the anime on Mid-90s just popped in on the chat. It's the chorus recoil. Still no idea what that means, but that's what it is. As I was going and saying, obviously, yeah, Fat Pickles struggled last week around Fuji. I think just through the high speed corners and the long straight. That's what made this car struggle a little bit. Obviously, this track with a few more corners has definitely made it a little bit more competitive than last week. James, he's got past Golden Brownie into 5th place now, and pulled a nice little gap over Golden as well. And no, he had a 2.12 that round, so he made a mistake somewhere as Golden Brownie. Yeah, so he's just nearly 10 seconds to James that round, so that'll be how James has been able to open up that gap over Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie's going off there through the S's. Might have not been too long ago, so we've got dirt on his tyres. Buzzer there in 7th place. Who's he got coming up behind him? He's got Midas, who's just taken him, and Mark's not too far behind, so yeah, Mark had a off on that lap as well. 2:11, so that's how Baz has been able to catch up and overtake Mark on the last lap. All fairly close to one another, and I'm just trying to have a look to see who is. It's P-Gib, so what I'll do, I'll jump on board with P-Gib and I'll do a lap of Suzuka just before I think the second round of pit stops will happen fairly shortly, and the rain, and it looks like it's also getting fairly dark now. And jump on the roof, hang on for dear life as we do a lap of Suzuka. Across the line we go, under the bridges, all the banners, and then down towards turn 1, about 75 metre mark. That's where you hit the brakes and you just slowly turn in, hitting the apex on the second part of that right-hander. Now from turn 3 and 4 of the S's, you just rock your way through here, just managing that throttle, and now you've got the long right-hander to exit the S's in towards Dunlop curve as we come out of the first sector up that hill. Very easy to run it out wide. You saw it from Brucey there. Couple of laps back when you ran into that gravel, and then into Degna 1 and Degna 2. It's so easy as well to carry too much speed coming into Degna 1 and run into that gravel on the left hand side. And then we come up towards the hairpin, quick little flick right here, and at the exit of that one you just slam the brakes on, get it slowed down, and then away we go now down towards Spoon. Long right-hander that is just flat out all the way. You don't have to worry about lifting, pushing in these cars. Road cars might be a different thing. There's a little escape road there on the right. That's where you want to hit the brakes and chuck it in through the first part of Spoon, and now onto the second part on the exit down the back straight now. And then that's split 3 as we just come up towards 130R. There we go, there's split 3, so yeah, into 130R, so yeah, a little tap of the brakes and then in towards the Casio triangle. Oh, I keep wanting to call it square, don't know why. Through the triangle we go, and then down through the last corner, across the start finish line. As you saw, P-Gib was getting blue flags there, so I'm not too sure. I think that might be Kevin. It is Kevin coming up to lap P-Gib. What would that be? They're on lap 22 and then P-Gib is on lap 20, so this will be for the second time of asking for the group 2s coming through the group 3s. Midnight and Brucey now going side by side, coming up through the S's and still going side by side. No one's going to get an advantage once Brucey's tyre. They're both fair. Brucey's got a bit more tyre wear than Midnight, Midnight looks like he's just been able to get that one, but he's on the outside there. He's going to be on the inside now for this left-hander. Brucey's still hanging it around the outside, not wanting to give this fight up as they're coming round towards Degner 1, Degner 2. Don't go side by side very well, please. Oh, Brucey's trying to make this move work. Going this way and that, just to try and get past Midnight. He's pulled alongside again, coming out through Degner 2, up towards the hairpin. Brucey tried for the cutback. No, he tries to go round the outside, and he gets that move done. Absolutely brilliant driving from them two as they went through the first two sectors side by side pretty much. More than half a lap. Incredible scenes from them two drivers there. But will Midnight now try and repay the favour and get back past Brucey, but obviously all this work they're doing side by side is going to allow P-Give just to stretch out that lead a little bit more, and obviously Pickles here, he's not too far behind. And just there, he's coming to overtake, so he's not in that battle with James there, he's a bit of distance behind, and Golden Brownie is there as well, so Midnight goes side by side with Brucey in through the last chicane, but Brucey's allowed to just keep ahead of Midnight on the exit there as they now run across the start-finish straight down towards turn 1 once again for the 21st time of asking, and there is nothing separating these two on completely different strategies, because Brucey pitted a lot earlier, so he's down to pretty much the last lap I think of his stint, so potentially right now to keep ahead of Midnight, even though the sides are worse. But with a lighter car, he's been able to brake a little bit later and carry potentially the same amount of apex speed as Midnight. As they come out of the S's, Brucey's just hanging in front of Midnight, and the Judge is coming in for the action as well. I don't know where Judge is going to go with these two kind of battling all over the track. Will Judge try and make the move down towards the hairpin. He goes to the right hand side of Midnight. Midnight's had to then go defensive. Judge gets it all a little bit tail happy coming in to the hairpin. Brucey's gone deep, but been able to keep ahead. Now Judge should be able to blast on past both these two cars, but that's allowed a little bit of a gap now between Brucey and Midnight. As they're coming into Spoon, Gary now he's come into the pit. He's put 6% fuel in, so potentially enough to get to the end of the race. Brucey there a little bit wide through Spoon. Midnight's been able to get past, so that's Midnight now back up into second spot between these two. Kabuki, he's also coming to the pit. There's a blue flag behind, so I think that might be Midas coming in. Brucey going side by side through 130R. Can't make the move work, but he's still alongside as they come up towards the triangle. It is Midas. I don't think Midas is going to try and make a move between these two as they're coming out of here. Is Brucey coming to come into the pit? Oh, you can't see the cameraman. Yes, Brucey comes into the pit, so he just gets ahead of Midnight as he came into the pit. That was incredible driving for them. A couple of laps between these two, but Midas now, he's going to go for the move on Midnight coming into turn 1, but you can see how quickly that's got dark. I don't know, lap by what, 3 laps to go, and now it is pretty dark out there. But, so all just jumped to Pickles and he's putting it into the wall. Might not be liking these darker conditions. I don't know what the headlights are. They are the yellow, so they might not be giving him as much light as he would like. That's going to allow James, who is now just behind him, to now try and go almost the tyre wear situation. James looks like he's going to have to pit fairly shortly. He's not going to make it to the end of the race. Pickles potentially could, if he can make the fuel last, Pickles potentially could make it to the end. Yeah, a good chance here. Oh, winning. He's gone off again through Degner 1 and Degner 2. Manos now caught up in the action. Nowhere for him to go. He's going to have to try and blast it past him and down towards the hairpin. Looks like he's going to have to just sit behind. Pickles went in a little bit wide there and shallow into the hairpin to let Manos through. He keeps ahead of James Brucey there through the hairpin. So he's come out, he's on his outlap now. He's not too far behind these two guys. Mark there, he is... he's not doing pit stop for a while, so he's alright. Golden Brownie, he's on an outlap. So he has just pitted. How far is he behind Mark? Not too far after a pit stop, so these two could be fairly close once they have pitted. And Buzzer, he's also on an outlap. So them two came in at the same time. And there's about, what, 8 to 10 seconds between the two of them. And Kevin's coming through the hairpin now. Up towards Golden Brownie. Still passing for the third time of asking. So it looks like they'll be 3 laps ahead at the end of this race. Manos, he's coming to the pit for the second time. He's going to put one off and on another set of softs. So they've done about half an hour and then they came into the pit. Let's get past Golden Brownie there. Down the back straight. Midas there in second place. He's got ahead of Judge. Judge has just had a last couple of laps really struggling. Looks like their mediums have just hit a wall. And into tyre wear and fuel are fairly close, even though they're on different tyres. So Midas has just made that work for him before they come in to the pit. So last time for these guys. I'm not too sure about the Group 3s. Some have already pitted. I don't know if some will be coming in a lot later on before the end of the race. Kabuki, he's pitted. He's on his first flying outlap. He's going to try and catch up to. Well, these two are going to be coming into the pit either this lap or next lap. So I think Kabuki will get back up to second spot and try and give it his all to get up to Kevin in first. But Kevin's already out of the pits and Kabuki's just coming around the last corner, so Kevin's got the whole of the start finish straight ahead. It's just gone completely pitch black. There is no track lights. These two are in now. Midas and Judge, they've both come in. Bill in 5th place. I don't think he's going to jump these two in the pit. It's a bit too far back from them at the moment. Manos there in 6th place. He's on his outlap, so still, I don't know if he's going to make them tyres last to the end of the race. He's done, I think we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps, and they're nearly halfway worn. Could be close. If we can make them tyres last, he's got enough fuel, he will stay in 5th place ahead of Manos. And Gary there in 7th place. He's just done his pit stop. Nice fresh set of softs, so he'll be good for the end of the race. P-Gib there, he's going to have to come into the pit in a lap or so's time. He's not too far ahead of Midnight, but Midnight's going to have to come in as well. So Brucey, he's the one that came in earliest out of all of them. Doesn't look like he's got enough fuel. Quarter of a tank for 11 minutes of racing. That's going to be, what's that? 6 laps? I don't think that's going to be 6 laps of fuel in there, Brucey. I think your fuel man might have just said, yep, you've got enough, and you probably could have put another second or two worth of fuel in just to get you to the end of the race. Well, Pickle's got half a tank left of fuel, so he'll be good. He's on an outlap, so... yeah, James, he's done his pit stop and come out, so these two haven't changed positions. They're both gone to the racing softs. James is 1 lap older on the softs as well. Mark there in 6th place, not too far behind James and Pickles. And if he's got enough fuel, I don't think he'll be able to push with he's not had enough fuel, because James and Pickles have got half a tank and he's only got quarter, so Brucey might have to pit again before the end of the race, unless he can really eke that fuel out. Bazza he's got ahead of Golden Brownie now. Golden Brownie had a 2:11 on the last lap round, so he must be really struggling in these dark conditions, but he's right behind Bazza now. Really try and put Bazza under some pressure. Or really end up with the wooden spoon. We've got 10 minutes to find out between these two. Midnight's come round again. So P. Gibbs just come out of the pit. How far is he? He's about 7-8 seconds, I say, ahead of Brucey. So he could potentially have this one in the bag, but we'll see about Midnight, because Midnight isn't too far ahead of P. Gibb, but he's only going to have to put splash of fuel in, change his tyres to some nice sticky softs for just 9 minutes, well, it'll be about 8 minutes time he comes into the pit. He's just going to have enough fuel. Is Midnight. Yeah. Let's see if he's shifting early. Yeah, he's still revving it out, so confident he's got enough fuel to make it to the end of the lap without running out of fuel. Probably be about 1 or 2% time he hits his pit box. Gary and Phil there, not too far between them. Phil has just pitted. He's coming up to overtake. I didn't see who that was. P. Gibb. So he's just coming to get past the front runner for the Group 3s. So that'll be everyone apart from Gary that's put a lap down, the third lap down on everyone. Gary with his right indicator on. Not too sure he knows he's got it on, or if he's still got it on. Not just knocked it. No, he's turned it off now. So I'm just going to thank you for Brucey for letting him pass. So Midnight, he's coming with 1% of fuel. See where Midnight, this is a flashbang pit lane compared to what he's like on the track. But so P. Gibb, he's already gone past, so has Brucey. So Midnight looks like he's going to come out in third place at the moment. There it is, Pickles. Pickles is just coming through the last corner. He's got James right behind him. Midnight comes out in a nice little gap there between Brucey and Pickles. Pretty good, just ahead of Brucey, so still could be something between these two. P. Gibbs on the softs compared to Brucey's mediums. I am worried about Brucey's fuel. I really am. I don't think he's going to make it to the end unless he can fuel save. But then that's going to potentially allow Midnight behind to catch up, because he's going to be trying to go hammer and tong to the end of the race. There we go, Kevin past Fat Pickles. With James just behind. Bazza there in 6th place, so Mark's pitted, that's why he's dropped behind these two. He was ahead a second ago. Golden Brown still right up behind Bazza. Kevin there in first. Kabuki. Kevin's had some lightning times coming up there. Oh yeah, he was a pit lane head, wasn't he? Kabuki second, Midas in third, Judge not too far behind in 4th place. Looks like everyone's going to have enough fuel now. Mouse in 5th place. So he's been able to catch up and pass Phil and Gary after that early incident. I think it was lap 1 or lap 2 that Manos had the incident at Spoon. And dropped him about 20 seconds or so behind everyone. Where is he compared to Judge? Yeah, he's quite a bit off from the rear end of Judge is Manos. Bruce, he didn't have enough fuel, he had to come into the pit. So this is going to be a very quick pit stop. Probably not going to change tyres, literally just put a splash of fuel in. Yeah, but that's going to cost Brucey 2nd place. I know he's only got Fat Pickles and James not too far behind. They're just going through turn 1. Brucey's just exiting turn 2. So there's probably only about 3 or 4 seconds between these two now, so that has really opened up this third place spot. Now Brucey having to have that little splash at the end here just to make it to the end of the race, but that's gifted Midnight second place. Where are they on track here? And then P. Gibb has pretty much got this one in the bag, as long as he doesn't make any silly mistakes. He's still got Golden behind. James is still just behind Pickles. Seems like they just can't make a move. These two NS6s are stuck behind 2 Supras. Just doesn't seem to. That's since the night's fallen. Just can't seem to make a move for Buki there. Come through in second as well. Just coming up behind this pair of James and Pickles. Bazza and Golden. Ooh, there could be a move here for Bazza and Golden coming in towards the hairpin. Bazza goes in deep and Golden slips up through just ahead of Midas and Judge. But Golden now, he's got a bit more fuel than Bazza, but looks like he'll be alright for the end of the race. Will Bazza now try and retaliate as they're coming up towards Spoon? He is on the left hand side, he just ducks in behind. Can't make that move work through. Midas goes up the inside, slight tap there on Bazza. Hopefully that didn't affect Bazza too much. I think that's because Midas knows he's got Judge right behind him. Doesn't want to lose any time behind the group 3s, but if you have to, you have to. That's the way of the multi-class. Carol's in the way, Judge just slips through ahead of Bazza. Golden Brownie went out wide, maybe a little bit of a wash from the car in front through 130R. Golden Brownie up to 6th place ahead of Bazza now. Not there in 8th, not looking like he's been able to do too well. Oh, here comes the bit of rain. And there goes the bit of rain. That was all that was forecast for this race. Oh, Mark getting onto the grass, maybe trying to get out of the way for Manos there, coming in towards the last chicane. Unfortunate that for Mark, but Kevin coming through Spoon since he go on to his last lap in about 30 seconds time, I think it would be. He has not been able to gain that advantage over Kevin's very long first stint. I swear he was coming up behind yeah, he had a 2-minute 2, that would be right. He had an off somewhere. Buki on the last lap, but he's now been able to get back past James. Looks like he's going to get back past Pickles as well. Down towards, as he's going to go on to the final lap as well. Obviously, it will be a bit of a mix at the end of this race of who's finishing where. I will run through when the race has finished, of where people finished for the race. Midas there in third, still just ahead of Judge. So Judge is really pushing him to the end. They've both got enough fuel for one more lap. Tyre wear, Midas has got a tiny bit better fuel, tyre wear, than Judge. One more lap for Judge to try and put as much pressure as he can on Midas for that third spot on the podium. Manos there in 5th place. Phil and C going 7th. I'm just trying to look to see if there is any battles on track. Brucey there in 7th. He's got Buki behind him. Pickles and James still going at it. Looks like James just can't seem to get past. But, Golden Brownie, he's pulled a gap over Bazza. Looks like Bazza is trying to fuel save to the end of the race. He's got a little bit more than Golden Brownie. There's Mark. Mark parked it on the pit entry. Clearly not enjoying himself with the pain that he is in. But we're now coming down to the last final seconds. That is it for the race. Gary will come home to finish in 7th place. Who's that? Who's that? That's Kevin. Kevin will come home to win the race. That is race 2-1 for Kevin. Sorry for the flicking. And P-Gib, he's going to come into the triangle for the last time. Oh, Mark has finished as well in 8th. I missed that one, he just obviously totally across the line. But P-Gib will win race 2 for the Group 3s at Suzuka. Well done, Bill. Midnight will come across to finish in 2nd with his buddy Fabuki as well at the same time. Fabuki will finish in 2nd as well. Brucey, he's in. What is happening to Brucey? Through 130 up. All he's got to do is just put the brakes on and make it through the triangle, but he's gone in deep, missed his braking point, got it onto the green stuff and had a little spin. So that's Midas and Judge that have gone through. And there goes Pickles. So Brucey has just lost out to Pickles, look by the looks of it. But Midas comes across, looks like to finish in 3rd. There's Brucey spinning off track, but Midas will finish in 3rd place. Judge will finish in 4th, but Pickles unexpectedly will claim 3rd place, just ahead of Brucey. And Infinity James there in 5th. Golden Brownie looks like he's going to be able to stay ahead of Bazza. Looked like Bazza had to fuel save a little bit on this last lap. Golden Brownie will finish in 6th place. Bazza, no, Bazza, who's left to finish? Manos will be in 5th place as well. The Group 2s, Phil will be in 6th for the Group 2s, and Bazza will be in 7th. Right, I don't think this is going to work too well actually. No, I'll just run through the names. So Kevin wins the race in 1st place for the Group 2s. Fabuki finishes in 2nd. Midas in 3rd. Judge very closely behind in 4th place. Manos in 5th. Phil in 6th. And Gary in 7th. And for the Group 3s, we had P-Gib in 1st. Midnight in 2nd. Fat Pickles in 3rd. Just ahead of Brucey with an unfortunate last corner mistake. 5th is James, 6th is Golden Brownie, 7th is Bazza, and 8th is Mark. Thank you all so much for watching. Obviously if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.